downtown Seattle. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks.
So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that, what coaches call want to. So far throwing the football, very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards. He'll look his way more than once when giving out this award this season.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
On first and 10 is Conner. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Again, a run with Conner. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first.
From Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Murray a give. This is Conner. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now we're going to get a stoppage, and we'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Murray giving to Conner on the option. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 42 yards rushing for already. A terrific opening drive. It's a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over on scrimmage. The 31 now on first and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And this will be swung out here for Conner. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out well.
On second down, Conner looking for space. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. They'll run for it with Conner. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inch.
How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate, first quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have
only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's more on the return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. Up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team has played.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around. Got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. An option handoff given to Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. If they're stopped. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion.
They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they need this drive. But it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the... Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the table like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 6.
Not a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And it's caught. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On now, Tucker McCann. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McCann's kick up and good. And the car
right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage.
Going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go down at the to throw is Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Move the sticks. They'll set up to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a team
you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They say Murray now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route again.
After the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, a give to Connor. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 72 yards rushing for us. He has been down. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. Some changing play. You feel like it's coming. The first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing.
Can't everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Flip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really throwing to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Seahawks are in. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense.
And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here.
And maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we...
Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Dave Brown. The offense won the challenge. Right back to Connor here on first to about the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because...
That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback
out of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Again, he finds Moore. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13.
And they're really putting together a good drive.
Murray now on first down. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Defender's hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction.
Now Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Cam Akers. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray tucks and runs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, I tell you, they're
NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever looking at each other trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Quick slant, and the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the foot. Maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Call it a gain of 6 on the board.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes. Want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one is designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately,
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Michael Pittman from
forward. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Solid way to start the drive. 13.
That's the end result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
4 yards to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own. Up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And this one is right through. And that will tie this game.
Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 37-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession. They need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now
allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
At the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Murray to throw. Gets this to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's worked to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. just one more week in the regular season after this one, so if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 145 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink.
The 37 on 1st and 10. First throw of overtime for Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Again, Murray will keep it. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do.
They probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Here's a handoff to Connor. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
He got there.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're...
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
An option handoff given to Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it. They'll run here with Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here and be right back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, a run with Connor. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as